It's the Bridgestone Thundersport 500s up next, and Steve's waiting for him.
Number 54, Steve Tomes, is just lined up on pole position. A Mallory master here for the Bridgestone Thundersport 500s. Andy Lawson here, championship leader, looking pretty relaxed about things, but I think these two should be in for a great fight. Still missing third position on the grid, but Darrell Harrison there will want to get his name on the podium. Plenty of other riders to look out for, novices as well, including Richard Blunt and co. Here's the Stinger Shelton, finally made it to the grid. Robin, over to you.
Fantastic stuff, thanks Steve. Yes, great qualifying session by all those guys. A very interesting second row. Dominic Clegg, Kyle Wilkes, Lewis Osler and Nick Clift. Those are all very good performances from those four. And away they run as the lights go out, and this absolutely chocker grid of Bridgestone Thundersport 500s is leading over into Gerard's for the first time.
Yeah, Steve Tomes, the Mallory specialist, I suppose you could call him. Every time he attends a Thundersport 500 meeting, he's at the sharp end. In fact, every time he attends a Thundersport meeting, he's at the sharp end. And look at that, though. Championship leader Andy Lawson, the current Mini-Twins champion at Thundersport GB. What a rider he's proven to be over the last couple of seasons, Robin. The Scotsman really can take to any machine.
Yep, and he's also a really good racer to watch because he is a racer. He's a battler as well. He may get knocked back a few places. You can't get rid of him. He's well worth the watch, is Andy Lawson. Steve Tomes there in second place, as you say, one of the more experienced runners out there. I've seen him a number of times this season doing classic races. And he's absolute mustard on the classic machines as well. Frankly, if he's got a wheel at either end, he's going to pedal it. And here he comes in second place now, working hard to get up with Andy Lawson. And in third place, actually a remarkably good performance yet again from Adam the Stinger Shelton. We know him, of course, very recently, really, as an Aprilia super team, but he joined us last time out at Cadwell in the Thundersport 500s, and immediately he was up there, picked a race win that weekend, and he'd love to do the same this weekend.
Well, Adam Shelton is a Cadwell, you could call him a Cadwell specialist. He only lives up in Hull, and he's been around Cadwell a number of times, so this was going to be a test at Mallory Park. He certainly knows his way around here from his Aprilia super team days, but would he be able to keep up with the leaders? That was the question. Oh, there is Steve Tomes thinks about going up the inside, but he's proven everybody wrong, because here he is up in the top three, just on the back of Steve Tomes there. And Darrell Harrison, number 5, another proven race winner, just in 4th position there.
Yep, Darrell Harrison, who he's one of the quicker riders out there. I'm trying to think, many a time he's set fastest laps in races, and many a time he's had good qualifying performances. I think it's fair to say he's yet to turn a lot of those performances into the race wins you feel he deserves.
Yeah, he's not quite had enough race victories compared to some of the performances that he's put in. As we look a little bit further, there's Graham Goff just circulating around Gerard. But I think that, you know, if he can get the consistency together, we may well see him towards the end of the season battling away with these two. Look at this, though. Lawson and Tomes side by side, and Adam Shelton's in there for the fun as well.
Yeah, Adam Shelton was looking for a gap that simply wasn't. He was going to thread the needle, but I'm afraid the hole disappeared. And they settled down in the same order. I don't quite know how, but there we see Darrell Harrison in 4th place trying to live with them. And there, back in that group, well, that's Adam Polfman and Rich Sawyer, Graham Goff, Jerry Frost. They're having great, I think that's Adam, is that, yes it is, Alan Brookbanks in there as well. That's the midfield battle. There's plenty of them, aren't there? And there we see the Stinger, still in 3rd.
Yeah, there was also the Seoul Kawasaki 500 in there of Joe Barton, number 106. He had a bit of a tumble in morning warm-up, so he's recovering from that. Hence why he's a little bit further down in the field. But Steve Tomes takes the lead, number 54. Steve Tomes, who's not attended every round so far this season, but still finds himself in the top 4 of the championship overall.
Yes, fantastically consistent performer, and of course a previous Thundersport champion, albeit on different machinery.
Yes, and he's just a class act. He's very experienced. He knows what he's doing. One thing I am impressed with Andy Lawson, though, every single time he has maybe a little bit of a suspect weekend like he did at Cadwell Park, he answers back. He comes straight back into the lead there. There's Colin McCabe, another rider that I was expecting to see fare a little bit better. But yeah, Lawson manages to come back from a bad weekend and replies with a load of race wins. And that is a sign of a true champion.
Yep, and he also holds his position. Oh, big twitch there. Goodness me. Keep it on board, Stinger. Yes, he holds his position well. He can be arms and elbows, Andy Lawson. He's a big physical presence on the track, and as quick as you like. He is a real prospect. I think he's another of these young riders whose budget doesn't quite stretch to the limits of his ambition, but so far, every challenge that's been thrown up to him, he's met and met well. Look at that, up the inside of Steve Tomes at the hairpin. Steve gets a better drive from that wider line around Shaw's. Further back, we see Rob Morby, number 53, being chased hard there by Richard Blunt, number 33. Richard, who's put in some phenomenal performances, Steve, as a rookie this year.
Yes, and well, it's all the way down. You'll see rookies. Oh, someone just grass tracking in the background there. There's a shot of Neil Schofield, but at the front it is still Steve Tomes from Andy Lawson. Rob Morby, of course, that we mentioned, number 53, is the man that supplies the bikes here for Steve Tomes. So 53 and 54, both same coloured machines.
There we see Steve leading and just winding on. The one great thing about these naked machines, Steve, you can see the riders working hard. You can really see them, look at that, yanking back on the throttle, getting on the brakes, clutch changes, literally the working parts. It makes for fascinating viewing. I know the spectators love it. They don't get to see a lot of racing like this anymore, do they?
No, it's classic racing really from these 500s. And as they go across the line to complete another lap, Andy Lawson pops out of the slipstream bubble and into Gerard's. Oh, it's tight round there. And Steve Tomes carrying a lot of corner speed and manages to hold on, does he? Lawson on the inside there. Well, just holding on to the lead there is Steve Tomes.
That is a great line round there. That's a sort of Connor tag line around the outside of Gerard's. Fantastic stuff.
There's number 23, Carl Wilkes, having a great weekend so far. Another rider having a good weekend. We've not had a sight of him just yet. It's Lewis Osler, number 82. He's doing well, currently up in 6th or 7th position ahead of Dominic Clegg.
I'm fairly certain that might have been Lewis Osler's best ever qualifying too. Really was looking very, very good in qualifying yesterday, despite the murky conditions. Steve Tomes up the front, really winding on the power, but he can't shake off Andy Lawson, but he doesn't have to, does he? There's the checkered flag, and Tomes takes the win. And yes, thumbs up for the two of them. They thoroughly enjoyed that one. Andy Lawson, an excellent second place, and that will mean that he hangs on to his championship points lead. Good to see Adam Shelton there getting a third place. Another good result from the Stinger. Darrell Harrison was fourth, Colin McCabe finished fifth, and Lewis Osler, excellent, getting up to finish sixth. Steve Tomes in between Andy Lawson and Adam Shelton on the podium.
Steve Tomes, a great race win for you out there. Looked like fun, pretty hot, and a new lap record.
Yeah, the lap record I like. I really enjoy my lap records, fastest laps, etc. And I thought that's what I might have to be satisfied with, because Andy, you never know, it's not over till it's over with Andy. He's a real charger, and Adam Shelton was close by. But it was really nice after the wet yesterday to have a dry race. We're on the Bridgestone wets yesterday, brilliant tyres, some real fun, but it is nice for the crowd and for us to get out in the dry, and the tyres were unbelievable. And just suit the bike down to the ground, really good race, and just so pleased to win. I can't really believe it. It's just as much relief as happiness, really. It's really hard work, but enjoyable.
Anyone to thank at all, Steve?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Rob Morby and his partner Jane Page from Racing Lines in Derby supplying the bike. As I've said in previous rounds, this series wasn't happening for us till right close to the season. The affordability of it has got us out there, so thanks a lot to them. And also my long-time helper Chris Johnson, helped me over 20 years now. Free of charge, done it all voluntarily, and he's there for me all the time. And he knows he's appreciated, but he really is. He does virtually everything for me. All I do is ride the bike. So thanks, Chris.